Hi class, this is your week 4 video overview. I'm going to provide you some information about the Japanese monarchy. So for those of you that didn't get the World Royal Families book, this will give you a little background on the monarchy. We're halfway through the class, so it's really going great. Your papers are very good. Your writing assignments have been very interesting, very well done. The one thing I would say is, to watch the MLA formatting. And the reason I stress that is because as you progress through the program at Baker, it will only help you. So if you can get the formatting down in your works cited page, I notice a lot of you on your works cited page aren't putting the URL. And if you look, the OWL at Purdue is a website that is a great resource for how to cite electronic resources, websites, and then in-text citations plus works cited pages. And it's really helpful, but it's just one of those things that if you can get it down now, it will just help you with your writing going forward in the class. But for the most part, I would say you guys are doing really a great job, and your content I'm very pleased with. You're doing your research, and you're doing a great job. Just a couple housekeeping things. I try to be as flexible as I can on late work. I'm not big on late work for the discussion forums because it's hard to put in a post when everyone else has been in, and most students, I for one, wouldn't have ever checked back for stuff that had been written after I was through posting mine. So probably going forward, I would prefer not to accept late discussion work. The assignments are a little different. I'm a little more flexible on those. But that said, there's no exception for late work on the final paper. Baker requires that we turn in grades very quickly for financial aid reasons, so it's just important that you meet that deadline for the final paper. A couple have asked for a rubric for the final paper. I haven't really done one. I have the instructions in the syllabus, and it's basically the MLA formatting, 8 to 10 pages, a formal paper with the works cited page, and it needs to be a minimum of at least 8 pages, 8 written pages. And as far as the subject, I've tried to be as open as I can. I would like for you as students to pick what interests you, a figure from the monarchies, the country of a monarchy, whatever you want to write on. I've tried to leave it as open to you as I can, which allows you to do the research and write it on something that's of interest to you. So if you need more information on that, just send me an email and I'll be happy to send you something. But I haven't really done a formal rubric, so if you're looking for that, it's probably not going to be there. So anyway, just refer to the syllabus on the basic instructions on the final paper, and then if you have any questions, be sure to ask me. Also on the final paper, well, and actually the last 2 weeks of class, for week 5 and 6, we talk about the early monarchy of Britain in week 5, and then the monarchy as it is now in week 6. And I don't know how many of you are watching the Olympics, but the Olympics provides great information about culture, tradition of the country. And, you can certainly use that as a resource for your work in weeks 5 and 6. And it's just great that the timing is such. But last night at the opening ceremonies was very interesting because it talks so much about British culture and tradition. So, and I think you'll see more of that as the Olympics continue. So that's a great resource as well, and you can write about that. Use that for 5 and 6. Also in week 5, you'll need to get the movie The King's Speech from Netflix. I know it was a very popular movie, and some of you may have already seen it, but you need to be making arrangements to get The King's Speech for week 5. So I just wanted to bring that up. So I'm going to give you just a little bit of an overview on the Japanese monarchy. The Yamato dynasty is the current imperial house of Japan. It's one of the oldest continuous monarchies in existence in the world today, and it has roots back to 600 BC. Constitutionally, the emperor and the imperial family hold no official role in Japanese society. So that's really interesting because they are considered more a symbol of state and unity of the people, but they really have no official capacity in society in Japan. And that's according to Japan's constitution. So members of the Japanese imperial family carry out engagements across Japan, and they're representatives of the monarchy around the world. So that's a really different aspect from what we've read so far, what we've studied. So I think you'll find that interesting. Before and during World War II, the Japanese emperor enjoyed the power of absolute monarch. After the war, the Allies proposed several changes to the inner workings of Japan, and then they approved the new constitution. And then in that constitution, that's where the limited role for the emperor was changed to a completely ceremonial role. So that's really interesting, I think. Imperial Majesty Emperor Akihito, and I don't know about that pronunciation, but there you go. He came to the throne in January 1989. In Japan, succession to the throne is governed by laws which prohibit women altogether from succeeding to the throne. As many of you have probably heard about, in an effort to control the size of the imperial family, laws stipulate that only legitimate male descendants can be dynasts. Family members or female members of the family, of the royal family, who marry lose their status as members in the imperial family. So very tight women's role in Japan. So that I imagine we'll see a lot of writing on that. And that would be a great subject for your final research as well, or your writing assignment. I imagine we'll have some kind of spirited conversation this week. So anyway, this is our first look at a monarchy that's just in ceremony status only. It's not a ruling figure in Japan. So I think we'll find that a little bit interesting. I think that is all for this week. Like I said, everybody's doing great. If you have any questions, let me know. I would begin kind of trying to pull your subject matter for your final paper, because that's going to be here just really quick since we're halfway. And like I said, try to be as flexible as I can on late papers, especially the writing assignments. Probably take points off on discussion for this week, since I really haven't set a precedent on that going forward, but it's just very hard to get full points for discussion when it's late and everybody else has already put theirs in. So that said, the only thing I do ask is that you let me know if your work's going to be late, and most of you have done so, but I just want to kind of stress that that's real important. If you can let me know if you're having trouble or something's come up, because certainly things do come up. Okay, I think that's it for this week. And like I said, the Olympics is a great resource on British tradition and culture, so you might want to take a peek at that and make some notes. That might help you on down the road. So hope you have a good week, and if you have any questions, let me know. Thanks.